Hello viewers and welcome to another episode of Excel Learning. In today's episode, I am going to talk about a very underrated yet very special function in Excel which is called stock history. Now this function helps you analyze historical data about stocks, which can take a lot of time if you want to do it manually, or you download multiple files and then combine them using Power Query, so on and so forth. But with stock history, you don't need any API, you don't need any advanced functions. It's just one function which will give you a lot of historic data, and I'll show that to you with an example. And it comes in very handy for people who are portfolio managers, who are analyzing stocks on a day-to-day basis. It can be automated basis your wish, and it will give you a lot of insights in practically no time and minimal effort. So without any ado, let's head over to the data. Now, for example, I have a stock which is Asian Paints Limited, and I want to analyze or get last 15 or 25 years of data over here. Now, if I were to do that manually, what I would have to do, I would have to first go to some stock website or NSE BSE. From there, I go to Asian Paints Limited, and then I ask for historic data. And as a matter of fact, even when you're asking for the data, you won't get entire data in one shot. You would get chunks of data due to multiple compliance reasons, etc., etc. But with this stock history function, you get that in a single row by typing in a single row, I'm sorry, and you get the data spilled over to whatever volume you are wishing for. For example, here I wrote a line of formula, and I'll explain that in detail. In order to get the historical prices starting from 2011 to 2025, which is 15 years of data that I wanted, and just by writing this one function I got it, number one. Number two, I was able to simply apply a price trend on it by simply converting it into a line chart, and I was also able to derive the CAGR, which is compounded annual growth rate, by using the formula of amount is equal to principal multiplied by 1 plus rate by 100 whole raised to the power n, where n stands for the number of years. Now, if you see some interesting insights, you would see that the price has hovered around 286 when it started in 2011, but it underwent a lot of correction, or rather upward movement, post COVID. So that is a very interesting insight for the paint industry. But it again, kind of stabilized later on, which is in 2024, and now again it is on a rising spree. So this is the kind of quick analysis that we can get by using this formula. Now let us do it from scratch. So I'll create another worksheet. In that, I'll simply type the name. Let me just type Asian Paints. Now, if I want to apply the formula of stock history, if I just simply type stock history, it will appear here, and I'll select the stock name, comma, start date. So I want the historical prices from when. So here in this case, I have taken 1st January 2011, which is 0 DDMMYYYY, and I want it till 31st December 2025. So these are the intervals, or rather this is the time gap in which I require the prices. Now, if you see, Excel has automatically detected the stock name, and it has given me the data in just one formula. Now let me just select the data. I'll click on this small option that you can see here. It is basically giving you a lot of quick formatting and quick analysis options. I click on it, go over to chart, and I select line chart, which is the easiest to interpret. I just cut it and I go up and I paste it. So I have the same chart which I had showed you some time back ready in this new sheet. And if I were to calculate the CAGR, I can just type here the formula. The original formula for CAGR is A, which is the amount, is equal to P into 1 plus rate of interest by 100 raised to the power n, where n is the number of years. Here we are trying to find R, and hence we are reverse calculating the function, and the reverse calculating the function would stand as A by P. So here the A is the final amount which is on 31st of December. So we take A divided by what is the starting point. So what is the price as on 1st of January 2011 or the first starting point, which is 3rd January in this case, raised to the power 1 by n. Now n stands for number of years. How many years are there? So we are having 15 years over here. Select that, close the bracket, -1. Don't be confused, it is very easy to apply this, because this formula is actually a reverse flushing of whatever we have done, or I have shown in terms of a equal to p into 1 plus r by 100 raised to the power n. It is basically simple equation. If you reverse flush it, you will get this equation in place, which is a by p whole raised to the power 1 by n minus 1. And now let me just convert it to a percentage. So the return that I have got as over a period of 15 years is 16%. In the previous formula where I had given it, it was appearing as 23%, because here I had typed in 11 years instead of 15. So the moment I corrected, because earlier I had taken 11 years, it shows 16%. So how cool is that? Share it with someone who might be dealing with stocks and might be doing a lot of analysis around stocks, and this can come in very handy. Thank you so much for watching.